So, on this week's reading, I first started out with Consider a Lobster. And from that story, it was the author, he described attending the Maine Lobster Festival, using this event as like a starting point to explore the ethics of the boiling the lobsters alive for food, because that's one of his main topics on why do we think this is okay to do in life. And he initially describes the festival like its lively atmosphere and then the popularity of lobster as a delicacy. But then he shifts to a deeper examination of whether lobsters can feel pain and what it means to cause suffering to another creature for our enjoyment. Since we are going out of our way to harm this lobster, why do we feel we can do that, even though it's a creature like we are? And then he discusses that scientific research about lobsters' nervous system, and it raises difficult questions about human pleasure versus animal suffering, which is, do we find enjoyment out of making this animal suffer? You know what I mean? And then he combines detailed observation, humor, and philosophical reflection to challenge readers to reconsider the morality of eating animals and to think critically about the consequences of their food choices. Like, did we make something suffer, this and that? And also with that, and since he was very vivid with his details, almost like he's experienced it, this essay was very personal and factual with it. And then for the essay Constant Cravings, she explores her ongoing struggles with intense cravings, mainly for food, and how these cravings affect her emotionally and physically. She reflects on the complex relationship between desire, appetite, and being able to control those things. And she shows how cravings can feel both powerful and frustrating. And this is also a personal essay, so through her personal stories and her vivid descriptions, she reveals how cravings is not just about like the hunger of being hungry in something, but also tied to a deeper feeling of feelings and needs in the body. She is writing in like her lyrical personal self and using sensory details to immerse the reader of her physical desire of craving food. And she talks in like she's in a confessional, so this tone creates a sense of vulnerable and honesty, and she makes it feel like we can relate to this type of essay. And so the overall theme I would get with this is the desire and control of some things, because some people can handle it differently. So these two stories are both very about personal experiences and how we think of things. Like, someone may think a craving isn't bad, but she does. And with the lobster, how someone may think it's harming the lobster and some might not.